So biomaterials are emerging in popularity in paediatric dentistry.
Mm-hmm.
What message would you like the industry to understand about its benefits, particularly in that area?
Well, boy, they were the early adopters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a history of now almost 6 years working with bioactive materials, and we actually we knew that pediatric dentists were going to be really adopt this because it simplified and it kind of gave a better answer in some respects to current materials that they were using currently. We actually tried to slow that process down a little bit because we didn't want to be isolated to pediatrics. And so, but it happened anyway. You know, the first time we ever went to the American Association of Pediatric Dental meeting, you know, I mean, we were swamped, you know, because everybody saw something that had the best elements of glass ionomer and the best elements of a composite all in one product, and it was easy to place.
Mm.
And in primary teeth, you really don't need a bonding agent. So it was a time saver, it was all kinds of things. Now we're realizing, you know, Dr. Ted Kroll, who's one of our most prominent pediatric dentists in the United States, has just published, and I brought with me on this trip, a 3-year retrospect, a peer-reviewed paper on over 6,000 restorations placed with almost a 50-50 split of primary and permanent dentition replacements, where he's done everything from ankylosed teeth to hypoplasia to class 1, class 2s, class whatevers, splinting. You know, he's reporting on all of these things. He's been doing all of this time, and it's fantastic.
Mm.
You know, so in the pediatric community, we've really been embraced. And all around the world. And we're getting, just last week, I had calls from the Secretary General of the International Association of Pediatric Dentistry. You know, are we going to be at their international meetings? Are we going to be at meetings in Egypt, you know, where they're bringing together the EU pediatric community for the first time, and the Americans are going to be involved in it as well. And they're going to supply speakers. You know, and they want us to be there at these meetings because they found us to be important. And it's humbling. You know, it's absolutely humbling to, you know, to see the effect, you know, that we're having in not just helping the dentist, but these children, you know, they'll have longer lasting restorations, and you know, with few issues.
Mm.
Now, there's been issues that have developed over time. I don't want to be in denial that, you know, sometimes other technologies around us are changing, you know, that affect us, like light curing devices and things like that. Some of the new faster curing lights have created issues for us because they heat, so they get hot. So there's, again, we're not only are we adjusting, but other manufacturers are having to adjust to what we're doing because of our popularity in this area. So I think the pediatric community is one of the strongest communities there is in dentistry, and you know, we love our children.
Yeah.
And we're no different because, you know, I failed to mention that the founder of Pulp Dent was a pediatric professor at Tufts Dental School in Boston for 59 years.
Mm.
The pedo wing at Tufts is named after Dr. Harold Burke.
Mm.
And so we have a strong desire to you know, be involved in the pediatric community.
Mm.
So I think you know, we've seen dentists doing strip crowns in the anteriors, making whole crowns out of Activa, and they're lasting.
Mm.
And they're fighting against biofilm, and they're not chipping and cracking like typical composites, and they look better than stainless steel. You know, and I mean, there's a place for stainless steel, don't get me wrong, you know, but we made a cement for that.
Yeah.
So that they could place stainless steel crowns, and there would be not just adhesion, but there'd be the calcium phosphate and fluoride release patterns, you know, to benefit the child, and again, prevent washing out and leakage under these crowns. You know, again, trying to solve problems is really what we're aiming to do.